Hey guys! The reason why I'm appearing before the video starts is because I need to give you guys a warning. Not a trigger warning, mind you, a cautionary warning. Because if I don't, then the finicky gods of YouTube will look down upon this video and then that will be it for episode 100. So, for those of you who do not like to see a girl on her fainting couch in nothing but a bra, click off this video now. For those that do, mine are bigger. Let's crack on.
I've basically fucking had enough of these anti-feminist women. Why is the Women's March happening? Like, it's so unnecessary. Like, I'm totally happy with my rights. There's no need for a march. Oh, all this feminism. Like, I'm not a feminist.
And right out of the gate, you are strawmanning women who are anti-feminists, or even women who are just against the ideology of feminism because they don't like what it has become today. Because you're making us sound like airheads. So I'm going to assume that you haven't actually spoken to any women who are against feminism.
You know what? You need to shut the fuck up, okay?
Nope. Freedom of speech. Just like you can spout your opinion, I can spout mine.
Okay? Do you know how many hundreds of thousands of women have fought for you to get to where you are right now? All the things that you can do are because of other women that stood up for women's rights. All the women that stood up and had a voice and spoke out.
I am grateful to those women. I'm grateful for the women who stood up and allowed me to get the vote and not having to depend on how much property I would own. I'm grateful for the women that stood up and now have allowed me to choose whether I want to go into a job and eventually become the CEO of my own company or be a humble housewife. I am grateful to those women. But what do I have to be grateful for today? What has feminism today done that I should be grateful for? Making women seem like victims and porcelain dolls? Demeaning and shaming men for simply being men? Why should I be grateful for that?
If you don't understand why there was a women's march after Trump got in as president, you're the reason the fucking march is happening, okay?
Well, actually, I had nothing to do with who became the Commander-in-Chief of the USA because I'm British, so I had no power of vote in the presidential election, darling. We'll just leave it at that. As for the Women's March, yes, I'm so thoroughly confused by it. I'm even confused as to why we had one over here in London. I only took a few things away from the Women's March when it happened, though. That thousands of pink hats were knitted, arts and crafts were taken to a whole new scary level that I never want to see again. Ashley Judd is apparently a nasty woman, and Madonna should probably see somebody within the CIA or the Secret Service concerning her fantasies about the White House. And also that the hijab was the symbol of the Women's March, and somebody who advocates for Sharia law was the organiser of the Women's March. But I think the crown jewel of it was the fact that after the Women's March was done, thousands of signs and loads of litter was just left on the ground for men to clear up. So forgive me if I'm not all that impressed with the Women's March as a whole.
Trump is the embodiment of a misogynistic pig, and he has just been elected into one of the most powerful positions in the world. How does that not resonate with you? He doesn't deserve to be there. Whether he is a good president or not, doesn't matter.
Now I'm pretty stupid when it comes to politics, so bear with me. But I would have thought people would be more concerned about what policies certain people would be putting forward as to the reasons why they should be elected into a certain position, rather than what they may or may not have said several years ago.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, another thing that I want to know is these women yabbering on about how they're not a feminist and they have this urge to tell everyone about it.
I wouldn't say it's an urge, I would say it's more of a need. When feminists proclaim that feminism speaks for all women, and there are some women who don't agree with feminism or parts of feminism, then yes, they're going to need to speak up. It's not that surprising that women are capable of individual thought and are individuals and not a monolith, is it?
Deep down, are you hoping that men find you more attractive because you're not a feminist?
Said by the woman on the fainting couch in nothing but a bra. let you in on a secret, love. No, I don't care if men find me attractive or not. I'm just doing it because I don't agree with feminism.
Therefore, not a threat, because I guarantee you, the men that are anti-feminists will not find you any more attractive, because to them, you're still just a woman.
Well, I can't speak for the men who may or may not find me attractive, and honestly, I wouldn't blame them if they don't find me attractive. But that statement just there really shows your low opinion of men, doesn't it?
Your need for telling everyone, hey, you're not a feminist, is still to please men. You don't want men to feel uncomfortable. I honestly can't think of any other reason unless you actually think that you have equal rights. You do not have equal rights.
Name me one right that a man has that I as a woman do not have. Because we actually do have equal rights. We actually have more rights in some cases than men do. For example, female genital mutilation has been rightfully outlawed in the West and it shouldn't be practiced. But male genital mutilation is still ongoing. They say that it's for health reasons, but there are many studies to show that it actually causes trauma and deficiency in some cases. Down below I will put links to videos that actually go into more detail into what inequalities men face when compared to women. Give them a watch. I highly recommend them.
You are not equal. These are the fucking facts. Google it.
What do I Google exactly? You haven't given me any examples, so I can't Google nothing.
I don't want to hear another woman come out and speak against other women, speaking up for women.
You can plug your ears and not have to listen to other women's opinions, but you shouldn't tell other women to shut up because you don't like the opinions that you are hearing.
Why would you do that? It's just like, ugh.
Does not compute, must system restart, overload. Sorry guys, I had to.
Because at least women going out and marching, women speaking up, women making YouTube videos, at least they're fucking saying something and trying to do something. We're only trying to help and make your life better, your daughter's life better, your granddaughter's life better.
What about any potential future sons or grandsons? Do you not care that the majority of young boys are actually doing poorly in education when compared to girls? Do you not care that any potential future sons or grandsons have the potential to be financially bled dry by the family courts? Do you not care that 75% of suicides are actually among men? Do you not care that feminism is actually more of a movement now to demean and belittle men, with such things like manspreading, mansplaining, toxic masculinity, and male fragility? Do you not care about that? No? Okay.
And honestly, if it came between me having a boyfriend and men finding me attractive and me speaking up for my rights, speaking up for myself, I'd rather be fucking single for the rest of my life and die alone.
I will leave that up for the men to discuss. It's not my place, honestly.
Thanks to my mum, thanks to your mum, thanks to our grandmas, thanks to our great-grandmas, thank you to all the women that have put in the real hard yards to get us to where we are.
I won't speak on behalf of my great-grandmas since I never knew them, and I won't speak on behalf of the grandma that I still talk to since I don't know her opinion on the subject. As for my mum, I know she hates feminism as much as I do. The thing is, other than mansplaining and manspreading and sexist air conditioning, what exactly are feminists fighting for today that I should be grateful for?
In this day and age, women saying that they're not feminists and they don't support feminism, they don't support women marching, please think about what you are saying. It's honestly embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I feel sorry for you that you need to openly express your feelings about not wanting to be a feminist and not caring about women's rights just to make men more comfortable.
Oh yes, we're only doing it to please men. We certainly don't have our own opinions on the issue at hand, do we? I personally don't like how feminism is treating both men and women. I don't like how it treats women like we're nothing but porcelain dolls that should be kept in glass cabinets because we're nothing but victims, while at the same time screaming for independence. I don't like how it shames men for being masculine. I don't like how it demeans and belittles men in everything that they do. I don't like how words like sexist and misogyny, words that used to be hard-hitting and powerful, are nothing more than just eye rolls now, because everything is sexist and everything is misogynistic. This is what feminism has done, and I don't like it. I don't like feminism. I don't do this to please men. I do this because I don't like feminism.
Imagine if every single woman on earth decided they were going to fight for women's rights. Every single one of us united together.
Then we wouldn't be individuals. We wouldn't have individual minds or individual thoughts or individual opinions. We would just be a hive mind. We would be a monolith. And I personally do not want that.
In conclusion, please educate yourself.
I think you need to educate yourself on what feminism is actually advocating for today, sweetie. And actually probably listen to some anti-feminist women or women who are just against feminism, because then you'll know why we're really against it and not come to the conclusion that we're just doing this for male attention. Then again, I'm not expecting much for somebody who wore nothing but a bra throughout this whole video. So guys, that's it for today's video. Leave your comments down below, I'd love to hear from you. Bye guys!